Welcome to Pre-Game Patch. Today we're going to be doing a review of Mickey and Friends Food Fight.
Okay, so this is a roll, kind of luck-based. You're throwing food around, and you get a certain amount at the beginning of the game. Each player, there's a center where you could throw and kind of get stuck there. So it pretty much eliminates some of the pieces, so the round can end faster. But and then you play up to 3. Whoever gets the 3 wins first wins the game. Pretty simple game to figure out. So you're rolling 3 dice, so 3 different dice. This one tells you if you're giving it to the left player. This one you get to choose the right player or the center, which would be located right here. This dice, you either have a hot dog, burger, drink, French fries, or question mark, or ice cream.
The Mickey ice cream.
Yeah. And then this one determines how many you are given to the left, right, or center, which goes from 1 to 3. And so you're just running all 3 of them at the same time, and you're doing as fast as you can, throwing the pieces to the left, right, or center, wherever it tells you. And so very chaotic. So we're just going to jump right into the review. What do you think about the rules?
I would give the rules a 5 out of 5. It's a really simple game. You're basically just rolling dice. Do what the iconography says. So run any to the right. There is no right. But let's say that there.
Yeah, well, it's a 3-player game. So.
Yeah, but like let's say that there's a player to the right, then you would just do that, and it indicates all of that in the rulebook and what all the icons mean. So I would give the rulebook a 5 out of 5.
So I would give the rule book a 5 out of 5. The rules are very well detailed. It tells you what each iconography does, how you roll the dice up, gameplay, how you win, and I think it has a variation. So you have variation, and then also some more information. So very good rule book, 5 out of 5. What did you for the experience? What did you think?
I would give the experience like a 3.5 out of 5 because like we didn't have this really bad experience with this game. It's the fact of how it was so chaotic and it was so intense, and you can't tell at all what's going on, and you just have to just keep on just rolling as fast as you can. So you just and then players are throwing food at you, and it's a little bit too chaotic for our taste. So I would give the experience a 3 out of 5.
And I agree. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. It's very chaotic. I'm not used to that much chaos in my life. So just the constant chaos and nerves, because you're throwing stuff, stuff's falling off the table sometimes, or you don't know who's getting the pieces because the pieces are not on the auction board, and so you don't know if it's yours or somebody else's or in the center. And so just a lot of chaos for my taste. And so 3 out of 5. So what did you think about the components?
I'll give the components a 5 out of 5. I really like the dice and shows everything. I really like the Mickey medals. The boards are amazing. They're nice and thick. They don't break easily. Same with the these are really nice. Like the Mickey Mouse ice cream, the soda, the burger, and the
hot dog.
Yeah, hot dog. So the components are nice. They're nice and thick. They're easy to grab. And I would give the components a 5 out of 5.
I would give the components 5 out of 5. The dice are really nice, and they're small, good for 6+, which are ideal for the size of the dice. Also, the tokens are literally double layered, and so they're nice and thick, easy to grab. The boards are nice and thick. Here we have the winning tokens. So component quality, 5 out of 5. So what did you? I know we went out of order. What did you think about the mechanics?
I don't go out of order. I would give the mechanics. A 2.5 out of 5 because the game is too chaotic. There's too much going on. It's just simple dice rolling. You do whatever it is. 2 sodas on the left, and then someone, let's say, someone gives you, so his right, he gave me 3 hamburgers, and then you have to just keep going back and forth, back and forth. And I think something that would elevate the components is that each player had a dice, and so let's say he would throw food at me, but I would throw, basically, he would throw food at me, I would throw food at Amanda because in the playthrough, and Amanda would throw food at him. I think each player should have someone who they're throwing food at, not each player like throwing food at each other.
Well, that's not a food fight. Is every player throwing food at each other?
Yeah, but like the thing is that someone may get piled with food. Like there was one time where I had like I would say like 30 food items,
yeah.
And there's no way that I could ever come back from that. And you have to get lucky on the dice rolls, and we're just gonna keep on piling food, and basically I can never win. I do like the Mickey medals system, how you get 3 of them. I like the tray. The tray is very necessary because if you don't play with the tray, the game will be endless.
Yeah.
And here's to my next point is the game drags out too long. For a game that's supposed to take 15 minutes, a round can take up to like 20 minutes because again, you're all throwing food at each other and it's chaos. And when even when you throw like 3 food at each other, there's always every single time someone throws, like you throw a huge portion of food and you're almost out of the game, they pretty much try to target you.
Yeah.
And when they get the selected ones, you're the target, and then you always keep on getting more food. And then even when you're on the final one, you have to get that specific icon and you have to throw it in the right place. So the game can take a lot longer than it needs to be for a 15-minute game is still in the box. So for me, the mechanics are 2.5 out of 5.
Okay, so for me, the mechanics, I would give it 3 out of 5. I agree. The time frame of the 15 minutes plus, it's kind of non-existent. Game's going to take probably, I'm guessing, 30 to 50 minutes or longer, depending on your player count and also how fast you roll the dice. It takes a long time, especially because the game, you're supposed to go up to 3. Whoever gets the first 3 of the victory tokens wins. And so if you're playing by that standard, maybe if you're just playing for up to 1, maybe it'll be 15 minutes. Highly doubt it because it's still pretty long per round. But just a long game, and it becomes a little repetitive because you're rolling the dice, throwing the food. So, but it is for 6+, so it appeals to that age range. So 3 out of 5. We're not that age range. Quinn's 12. I'm not saying my age, but we're a lot. My wife and I are a lot older, and so it's and also it's very chaotic, and so I'm not used to that. I don't necessarily enjoy chaos in my life. So 3 out of 5. What do you think about the replayability?
Again, the same rating. I would give the replayability a 2.5 out of 5 because I don't see like us really playing this game again because it's really repetitive because I'm not sure if the extra rules, the additions add more because there is those in the rulebook, but it's the same thing every time, just rolling dice, throwing food at each other. But again, this is one of those kids 6+ games, and we've noticed that those type games lack replayable value.
Yeah, and so I agree. I would say replayability 3 out of 5. It's very luck based. You're rolling dice. Very simple mechanics. Just throwing the food, and so it's just very simplistic and very chaotic. So. For our family, I don't see us replaying this. It's a great game for if you have younger kids, as long as they can't argue, or you just have to make sure they don't argue before you start. There will be arguments, and so you just have to make sure you set up the guidelines before you even start the game. And so 3 out of 5 for replayability. What do you think about the overall total?
I would give this game like a 3 out of 5, 5 out of 10. It's not a bad game. It's way too chaotic. This game is so intense.
Yeah.
And it's a good kids game to play every very once in a while, because if you play this game like 2 or 3 times, because it's the same thing every time, this game's not really replayable. Like if you play once every couple of months, then like this is a good game for kids to like bring back every couple of months, play the game again after you haven't played in a while. Because if you do like that, then the game won't get boring. But it's kind of repetitive, way too chaotic, and it kind of lacks mechanics. There's really not much going on except rolling dice and just flipping food at each other. So my rating, 3 out of 10, 5 out of 10, and what's your rating?
My rating, I would give it like a 3 out of 5, or 2.8 out of 5. I would give it like a 6 out of 10. It's just, I see the appeal for younger kids, but at the same time, I could see them arguing with this game because you are throwing food, and if certain kids don't roll the dice fast enough, I can see a lot of arguments occurring, and also there's it's just very chaotic, high stress level because you're constantly throwing stuff, looking at other people's stuff, and people are like pretty much picking the person who's about to win, throwing all the foods to that one person, and so just a lot of stuff going on at very fast pace, and so I can see this having issues with kids, but a good concept. I just think there's other things that should have been implemented and could have made the game better. I like the idea, but just too chaotic for our family. And so 2.8 out of 5, 6 out of 10. So anything else you want to say?
No, I'm pretty sure we've covered everything about Mickey and Friends Food Fight.
Okay. So, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Our social media is down below in the description. We will have a link to where to buy the game. And so, social media is down below. And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye!